Ebusia mo chisa mo kwaba over daily update TV so na na hwe medina na subscribe am your YouTube channel subscribe you no like no share na odo comment so iron ahye comment section e beji brand ya kan metifo eni ahwefo nyina hu adventure chese Bawumia na akopie mu eye shrine eye chirima eye abusumfie the campaign no wo de aduru abusumfie we nye exaggeration we nye insinuating video ene yekohwe ebusuam e sure say obe subscribe am YouTube channel like na kwa share na do comment say Bawumia devia ye ka say this election of Bawumia it may be a large scenario na say okopie mu dwumade friend no the citizen shows bobi ansa ene ye ta ho sisa dwumade na ya Cry FM okọ omudwumade ni so ade bia ye odwumade friend the citizen political talk show na sa alaji kopie say mba mama na ni na ho because Bawumia take this election spiritually what the abato no cost spiritual level okaye no na ye dream say enye true but Bawumia visiting to the shrine I Bawumia as a Muslim you don't need to go to shrine haram say the Bible say twaka bia ni Kristoni ni abusumfie sana nka Muslim so haram say obekwa abusumfie odi ni masalachi uko pray Allahu akbar na obom paye kire Allah Bawumia anya ne sa okopem abusumfie ni egu ensa woni tiri so amamere ka ho a omoye no de abusua empire ni nkohwe amamere ye ma Bawumia to ne ye ja amamere emano Bawumia abusua ko video no it's very a very hot video pa just was say ohun bi say the election is spiritual and it's real Bawumia man are obvious I mean we say yeah because o told the campaign told the odi ko pie mu abusumfie sen abusua me mam kasa na nyatenti daily update suni che dwumade no God bless yanko na emeka Kelvin ho asem bi na ewura Kelvin so akasem bi na eno no ibedi hu nkomo sisiye
standards. So time Mahama no power. No see a GDP no around 68% or 60%. Enti eno no your best friends all cross dia na se kuro ne gu. And that countries we okrampa almost cross 100. But when you look at their currency is doing well. Tie or make it two statement very important. Or say BB a friend global economic standard. And when they be applying in the unkwasiafo. Na global economic standard you go apply wa makola. Yeah apply wa Ghana yeah. Kojo pon kroma wa hwe ponu amaniti achia kwasia. No ti radio so ni TV so catch Ghana for say. Global economic standard for say so GDP no crosses 60%. Edu 60 krampa, you are in crisis. That's one mismanage economy, no. And of course, you can say, oh, there are some countries cry, omu GDP, no, etumi akwa kodu 100, nanso omu currency ni yenti. You can just cut them a slack. Meaning, he was trying to say, Mahama motesono, na that to GDP, no, it was 60 to 68, no, na e bin see that. Mahama mwe Jimmy, yampamuomo, because it is showing clearly, say, sika omu didi jumano, omu fa sika ne mwa Ghana, and Santa wakasana na dollar no 3.8. Now you $1 na 3 cedis 8 pesos. Now you $1 na 3 cedis 8 pesos. September 10th, 2016. Ponon Kroma and as we speak, the same global economic standard. And the GDP, debt to GDP, over 107%. 107. Ya crosswa pimba. And you know the most direct, the most painful thing, your currency now has jumped from 3.8 to 17. Today, $1 is 17 cedis. Kwasia, you have power mount. Motititive soka brofo, amujin so biya ya boa. Everybody is a fool because they are not part of the stupid tribal party you people call a political party. Inti, some of it's not TV swa. Now we can kwasi asemu ya anamujin say and then the chichiri mind. Come back and tell us about the global economic standard. If you tell me the global economic standard say 107 is not bad, what about your currency? Foolish man. Kojo ponkro nyini nchem you. Ah, ready. Me worry na kojo ponkro man worry. Me ye juma first. Me nya me first salary na kojo ponkro nye juma. I am telling you today. Kojo Ponkruma, Samia Uku, Samola Bujinapo, Sa Eugene Jeffers, me ye Juma Jim salary, first salary, no munye Juma da. And when we sit here near Kasa, we have vast experience, we have seen life before these people. But somewhere Jimmy, and at the use some people calling themselves political insects, almost intellectuals. And no more the dada bedruha. They are fools. They don't think, they just read. Hey? I mean can't you think tanks are more Ghana and you know bong. A true and poor. They have no knowledge about anything. Majority of you people don't read. Majority of people don't analyze. Majority of people are lazy and waiting for some small group of fools to decide for you. That is why you are here. Senkamo think tank form na Ghana no. Senkamo scrutinize you 90% they are chaff. They read to you. They go pick novels, they go pick people's research and they read to you. Nothing. Adebia ni wama contributed to our economy. Etimi aya viable. Etimi change BB. It is always we are suggesting, but practically you could see, sir, they are always towing on political lines, and they also mean towing us. Where were the people who were screaming on radio and TV 2014, 15, 16, telling us they are experts, they are political analysts, they are economic analysts? These fools have become their motivational speakers. I don't respect those people because they have seen, say, majority of Ghanaians. The Unya or Ghana and so obeti NGO, obeti think tank, obeti CSO. What you do is they use that to survive. I'm telling you. The thing called CSO. CSOs now they use that to survive. 90% of them. And they have brought us here. They create opportunity for themselves through the CSOs. Majority of them come to without CSOs. I'm telling you. Because you see, when it comes to a place, the United States of America, they always want other views apart from the government views. When you go to Europe, majority of the governments, they have so much money sitting there. They always want to check the African government. Now, they cannot rely on the words of African governments and the kind of things they say because majority of African governments, they control the media in their respective countries. So what about America and Europe? They try to have some independent views. So all the time, the Americans and the Europeans, they are looking out for CSOs that they could basically help for them to be resourced so that they can do a lot of their research to tell the world.
Kelvin tell the be okaze aban we aban bi a just so far aban nyina ku faro aban aban bi a the government bad and I say in the performance poor abusia Kelvin Taylor and the expose aban we you know mza ku faro aban promises or them assurance or them it was very accurate in Ghana for accepting say no Mahama is incompetent, Mahama is not doing well, dollar is 4 cedis, no dollar was 3 cedis then 3 cedis something until that the government was very poor. Omutimi emphasize a campaign clean one pa Mahama. They say almost blackmailing me, but say no, Mahama is not doing well. Economy anymore. I think. After my make say so now dokono 1 cedi 50 pesos 1 cedi. Dokono 1 cedi 50 pesos 1 cedi. Back 5 cedi. And then dokono back 5 cedi. Back 7 cedi. This is the red definition of incompetence. Kelvin Taylor kind on this government. Ewa man amamuwe. Me no the other say I'm a moving, I flop it down. Kelvin Taylor, I drop it. More reaction on this government and in the performance. And you may be a what team, Sika budget IMF, any China for and some day our packaging on TNT, na ebushia, and it was respectfully. Now I subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm sure say, oh yes, sir. You could see Kelvin Taylor.
What is really happening in this urban Europe in America? Majority of the time, the answers they need, they rely on CSOs. Into when these boys, when they clock 45 years, technique, technique, motu chaso dada, omo jimi mwacha me chiramo, mi biye technique na chiramo. Mi biya na mamamu klubi, mo ya ni befa, young man, mo ya there. I'm sorry, my team just sent me something. CSO no, my team said me civil service organizations, right? Civil society organizations, thank you. CSOs, and obeti waiting. Civil society organizations, what they do is, so the Europeans and Americans, they have always been giving money to African countries. They have always realized that but they give today. You know why? Because they need to be able to penetrate. So I will know your weakness. So Argentina IMF, Argentina World Bank, they are never going to stop giving African money. They are always going to give African money because they know for a fact they are not spending the money on you. And as far as they are not spending the money on you and they are spending on themselves, they will definitely come back again. Now, when they come back again, they are entitled to their maybe until they will tell them, wait, dear, right now, I need this. And China has been able to penetrate Africa. Majority of the donors in Europe and America and Asia, they know your politicians don't give the money to you. They know. They do their analysis. They follow up with the money. Every country that takes loan from Bank of World Bank, any IMF, they have their agency in that country. So if the money is not being applied, can't they tell that the money is not being applied? But they don't. They wait for your politicians to blow the money. And then when they blow the money, they'll come back to you and tell you, we need this. Give us this for more money. At the end of the day, the end game, they don't care. So what the Americans and the Europeans and the Asians do, politics, they always try and use this civil society organizations to have their independent opinions so that they will know how they deal with African politicians. It's what happens in the when these boys, CSOs, they saw the picture quickly, they started forming CSOs. Now what happens is, the moment you form CSO, and I say, oh, for me, and not this kind of organization, all that you do is you now try and get the attention of those representing the Americans in Ghana, of those representing the Europeans in Ghana, those representing the Asians in Ghana, until they start to go for events, they start to organize talk shows, they start to make sure embassies organize. Yeah, they go there, they force themselves to be part of the conversation, they get to be recognized, they add them to their email list. That is how they start to make their money. In Tubetino, we say, oh, we are going to Geneva, this CSO, we were there. They are paid, their flight is paid for, their hotel is paid for, they are given stipends. That is how they live. Into these people, the CSOs, the majority of them, it's not about you. It's about what they will make and sustain their families. Do you get it? You, young man watching me, I'm sure I did. For more senior high school. Maybe a tertiary institution, right? Tomorrow or Monday, go to the registry department and register a CSO. Munyin pa 5, Legon, Tech, next whatever, a tertiary institution. Now Montanas na mon draw BB, mon draft BB. Say okay, yeah, CSO. This is what we will do. Register it, put it out. When there are events, go there, lobby your way to give speeches. So you will start making money. Because when these international agencies come to Ghana, they want second opinion from the government opinion. And the CSOs are the ones willing. So you have to understand, they basically direct government policies, the CSOs. They take money. The CSO is against this oil deal. This CSO is campaigning for this oil deal. This CSO is talking about this financial deal. The next day, they lobby. That is their job. That's how they make money. There's nothing in there. They get funding. Majority of them come on your CSOs and Kofi Bento money and they never traveled until they started joining CSOs. I'm telling you, I can we have 5 students in a school come together and form a CSO. Much as 6 months, 1 or 2 of you will fly. That's how it works. That's how the modern politics works. That's how it is. Because the American government, the Asian government, the European government, all information or Ghana owned by GBC. No, it is being managed. It is being run by the government, owned by Joy News. No, because the influence now by Joy News are high. They know, they have the stakes. So they do that. I'm going to say civil society organizations, they are independent, they lie. Into politicians be Ghana and their agenda, no, they pay CSOs. Sometimes politicians be to me BB, CSOs the study agenda, no, me to the because hey, yeah, especially those in the energy sector. That's what they do. They sit to the politicians. What do you want? You have to sign a deal with. Right now, we know, say, the parliament straight, I bet any problem. Into more and more energy sector, you better gather by 5. See, in the name of CSO, they pay them huge monies. What the CSOs will start doing is they will start calling for they call something symposium and symposia. They start suddenly, you see them start talking about oil fields. You're like, where is this coming from? Suddenly, they start talking about environmental degradations. Where's this coming? Oh, suddenly, started about 3 times. 2 weeks time, they say, you pull be a parliament. It has got to do with seedlings. They have done the job. They set the grounds for politicians to steal in Africa. The CSOs in America, you lie bad. Me, in 2016, I was given about 72,000 euros by the Bill Gates Foundation to go to Ghana and go and do stories about the degradation of our lands through illegal mining. 2016. 2016. I walked around the nation. Go on Nat Geo. You see it there. Go to Al Jazeera, La Stampa. It is there. I was giving money to do that job. They want to know. They can't rely on the state media. They cannot rely on the private media in Africa. They know they are being owned by politicians. Now this is our front on Wejimiana. Hana muji say, Hana sometimes you say, if before I'm just so, Abrafu there's so many missions say, oh bodam. Obi to Washington DC. Only more president the next move tomorrow. Only president secretary what you will do tomorrow. Yeah, because it's all about making sure you know where you are heading. It meant not TV so can say CSO need to TV so in your interest. You are foolish. Go ahead down with the Timu Accra. But someone say Juma Ben pardon me. Mumu says CSO no, how much money does it bring? And connect it to the cars and houses they live in. Ask yourself that question. they nimuno. Yakasi ekani nyina organ and tokabisi. Some people attack some people. The only thing I can tell you is this government is bad news. Vote against them. To tier MPP. Hey, more lifeline back pay. You have only one lifeline. And trust me, if I tell you Ghana more one lifeline, someone 20 MPP I mean, the things I know in this government, 90% of what I'm about Ghana, now, it's exactly 5:58. You better join in name. Your election campaign period, and I'm total varied ballot 93,938. 93,938.
I was saying, did you make any number? And you know, I sell you na equity. Stay tuned, stay connected 24/7. Subscribe and like and share my Nami show.